I'm getting a little bit weirded out by all these children that are either they are actually suicidal or they're like pretending to be. I talked to several of these younger folks through Instagram or whatever. I get it. You're a kid when you're 14, 15, whatever. Life is weird, man. And it's hard to find a place to fit in. And sometimes the place to fit in for some kids is being like pretend suicidal. It just sucks when you're actually suicidal and then you actually follow through with it. I like Billie Eilish as much as the next guy. I don't know. I don't know what it, there's a weird mixture in there of like these young girls are like they want to kind of be like Billie Eilish, but they also like, since Billie is really famous, they want to like not be like her at the same time. Then they have this ooh ooh shit going on. They have the fucking they're very heavily anime influenced. Ooh woo. And there's just this weird, I don't know, I just have what is it? I have like lo-fi hip hop in my head whenever I see these girls. Some of them are boys, but it's mostly young girls that are doing this. It's the new it's kind of the new emo, I guess you would say. Emo is like, we're old enough now that emo is like some old shit. You go into Hot Topic now and it's all this like, baggy sweaters and these girls have like faded pink hair, and they like, it's faded on purpose, but it's like, oh, don't sexualize me, but also like look at, I also want to be an e-thought. And I think kids are also realizing that they look around and they notice that the adults don't know what's going on either. I think kids are realizing that more now than ever. When we were kids, I'm 29. When we were kids, we thought that like, everything would be figured out by like 30. We'd have our own house, we'd have a wife, kids. But people now, I think, thanks to social media and how it has influenced how it's portrayed everybody in society, kids are realizing that adults are just as lost as kids. There's like a perpetual adolescence that has gone on. I don't know if it's a generational thing. Maybe it's like society telling, not society, but kind of our culture in the past 20 years or so, telling people that, it's okay to have emotions. It's okay to not want to do something, blah, blah, blah. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, I don't know, not know what's going on or something. I feel like 30 is like the new 20 now. I think the millennial generation is getting hit really hard by that. And even the Gen Xers were hit really hard by this. You know, it's interesting. Like, I don't know, the way that generations work is really it's kind of fascinating, because there really is like a pretty clear distinction between them. Um, and it all kind of ties together in how everything is going. Like, so you have like, I mean, I don't know when people started naming the generations, but so like you have the boomers, people before that who lived through the Depression. It's like the Depression, the Great Depression, led to the obesity epidemic. I mean, you can say also that the Industrial Revolution led to the obesity epidemic. Well, and now people are entitled to being obese. So it's like, I'm sure. I mean, you're entitled to dying, sure. Like being like unhealthy, sure. But like, I don't know. Anyway, so the Depression, there was a demand for food, for cheap food. So what did we do? We started mass producing. I've been talking about this for a while. It's nothing new. The Depression mass produced. We put in for mass production of grains, like wheat, obviously, oats, um, maybe even rice. You know, um, we had to. That's the thing about, I think that's a big way American culture has influenced the world, is our ability to solve problems and have it try to help the individual as well as the collective, because of helping the individual. But so you have a mass production of grains, which leads to a lot of people eating grains. I mean, obviously people have eaten grains since the beginning of fucking time, but you have that mass production of grains. You have people eating bread a lot, and then you have, like, I think, a huge influx of people using sugar, eating sugar, putting it in their coffee, whatever, soda. Doctors saying that soda is good for you or whatever. That became part of our culture for quite a while. I mean, obviously, if you drink a sugary soda with caffeine in it, you're definitely gonna feel awesome, especially like the first time you have it. But you drink it all fucking day, that's when you know you got, you know, you're gonna start having some health problems that you're not even gonna realize you have until probably, it can be too late. You know. So because of that demand for fast for food that doesn't take long to cultivate, now we're in a now we're in like a throwaway society. We're in a thing of how we're food's easy to come by. And now we have people, fast forward to the past few years to now, Now we have people that are creating problems. You know, people that are actually like manufacturing oppression because there's none to be. There's in our world, in our first world, whatever, our Western culture, there's really no oppression to speak of. So people are creating it for themselves. Getting pretty deep over here. So anyway, what is it? Hard times. What is it? Hard times make hard men. Soft times make soft men. Basically, right?